Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the International College of Management Sydney, the International Sports College Australia, and Aspire Institute, March 2023 graduation ceremony. I ask you all to ensure that your mobile phones are switched off and that the aisles are clear, because there will be a bit of walking along those aisles today. In the unlikely event, or in case of an emergency, please note that our evacuation area is in the front of the big castle on the hill, and everybody knows where that is. We do please ask that you refrain from taking photographs of the graduands during the ceremony. Photographs of the graduands will be receiving their testament will be available on a free download from the ICMS website after this ceremony. Of course, we encourage clapping, cheering, anything that would inspire you to celebrate this day. Not just for you present in this venue, but also to our graduands, friends and families who are joining us on the live stream from all around the world. Wherever you can be, wherever you are, please make this feel like a big part of the ceremony, a big part of their ceremony too. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Val McMurran, the Student Success Centre Manager. I will be your Master of Ceremonies this afternoon, and I can't tell you how happy I am today. It's an absolute honour to be in this position to address you. And looking across this very happy body of students, there are so many familiar faces that I see. Well done, you finally made it. Would everybody please be upstanding to welcome the official party? Be seated.
Hi everyone, my name is Hayley and I'm a proud Gukuyalunji woman, a descendant of the Western Sunset people of far north Queensland, and English, Danish and Italian ancestors.
Hi, my name is Zali. I'm a proud Indigenous woman of Western Australia.
In this great island home of ours, Australia, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander Australians have lived and practiced their culture for tens of thousands of years.
Today, each and every one of us who live on this great land can be a part of the continuing of these ancient cultures.
By acknowledging the traditional owners of the land and waters on which we are standing.
We would like to pay respects to all elders past, present and future.
Congratulations everybody on your graduation day.
I would also like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land, the Aboriginal people on which the graduation ceremony takes place today, and recognise their connection to land, water and community. I pay respect to elders past and present. On behalf of the official party, staff and faculty, we cordially welcome our graduands today, family and friends here in Manly on our iconic campus, and also around the globe today as they are streaming in, both online and in person simultaneously. For all guests here on campus and graduates and families around Australia and overseas, there are lots of things that you can do to get involved. For example, you might want to post a photo of yourself on this very, very special day. Please do so with the hashtag ICMS graduation. I just want to, for a moment, acknowledge to our friends, our graduating parties, and our students online. We want to make this day as special for you as possible. So in breaking with protocol just a little bit, could I ask everybody in the chapel to stand? And that includes the official party too. So everybody stand. And what I would like you to do, if you look upwards, people in the audience, if you can turn around and face the chapel balcony, give a warm, applaud, clapping, whooping, whatever you want to do, cheer. Our photographer will be taking a photo too. Thank you very much. Please be seated. I think combining online and in person is just part of our DNA now in the land that we live in. And obviously you guys going through your whole or part of your education with simultaneous online and in class. These are the things that we do. So thank you very much. So to get the proceedings underway, I'd now like to introduce the official party. In seating order, starting from my left, Professor Catherine Refshorgi, member of ICMS Board of Directors. Dr. John Loxton, member of ICMS Board of Directors and Academic Board. Dr. Heidi Lesueur, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Learning and Teaching. Rowan Courtney O'Connor, CEO and President. Daryl Courtney O'Connor, ICMS Chairman and Founder. Anne Whitelock, Chairperson, ICMS Scholarships. Dr. Marie Gosper, member of ICMS Academic Board. Richard Gelsky, member of ICMS Board of Directors. Shane Allison, guest speaker. Dr. Stuart Wiggins, Pro Vice Chancellor, Employability and Registrar. Dr. Trevor Clark, Dean Undergraduate. Dr. Miriam Locke, Program Manager for Tourism, Hospitality and Events, Postgraduate. Dr. Batul Secondes, Program Manager for ISCA. Glenn Murray, Program Manager, Tourism and Hospitality. Dr. Leonard Petrov, Dean, Postgrad. Linda Carlson, Head of English Language and Foundation Programs. Nicole Fenter, Senior Program Manager, Fashion, Marketing and Event Management. Luisa Arango, Program Manager, Business and Entrepreneurship. Dr. Jae-Wan Kang, Program Manager, Property and Sports. Marcela Hechigova, Program Manager, Property and Sports. James Cooper, Senior Program Manager, Business, Postgraduate. Part of the success of our institution is its international reputation. I don't need to remind you in this room. Today, we recognise the success of our graduands who represent 20 countries from around the world with our traditional flag ceremony, both here in the chapel and on the screen. Please be on the lookout for staff and students you might recognise carrying the flags both here and on screen, and feel free to applaud the flags of your country. Australia. Argentina. Cambodia. Canada. China. Colombia. France. Germany. Hong Kong. India. Indonesia. Republic of Korea. Macau. Malaysia. Mauritius. Nepal. New Zealand. Philippines. South Africa. Vietnam. Please be upstanding for the national anthem performed today by Alex Pringle.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds with nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair. Beneath our radiant Southern Cross, we'll toil with hearts and hands to make this commonwealth of ours renown of all the lands. For those who've come across the seas, we've boundless plains to share. With courage let us all combine to advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. Thank you, Alex, for that beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, I am now pleased to introduce our guest speaker for today's ceremony, Mr. Shane Allison. Mr. Allison is an accomplished entrepreneur and expert in the field of public relations, holding a Master of Management degree, which helped provide him with the necessary tools and confidence to pursue his entrepreneurial career. His company, Public Address, is a media relationship management platform that helps PR professionals build stronger relationships with journalists and secure more coverage. With nearly a decade of experience in the industry, he has gained invaluable insights into the challenges and opportunities facing both clients and the media. He has also achieved notable recognition for his work with numerous prestigious awards, as well as serving as the National President of the Public Relations Institute of Australia. With his expertise and leadership in the field, we are honoured to have him address us today. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Allison to the stage. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that warm welcome, and I would also like to extend my welcome to the official party, staff of the university, members of the ICMS, and lastly, but most importantly, graduates and your family and friends who join us today. As graduates, today is the culmination of years of hard work, countless late nights, and immense personal growth. But by virtue of the fact that you are graduating in 2023, you have studied through exceptional circumstances that no student of ICMS has faced before, as you completed your studies while navigating the once-in-a-generation challenge of a global pandemic. Some may say that you missed out on much of the traditional student experience. However, I would say that this experience is your personal crucible, an exceptional experience that will forever transform you. The lessons that you learned under these circumstances, persevering under pressure, navigating global uncertainty, planning for an uncertain future, these are lessons that will apply throughout your career, and you are fortunate to have learned them now and to be able to carry them with you and apply them early on. Some of you may also be concerned about the economic climate that you are graduating into, because while the stunning surrounds of Manly may insulate us, the global uncertainty of the last 12 months eventually comes rolling in with the certainty of a Manly ferry. Well, maybe one of the old ones, not the new ones that keep on breaking. While it is only natural to be concerned about the world around us, the past years that you have spent studying at ICMS and the conditions that you spent them under means that you are equipped with the knowledge and the skills to not only persist, but thrive as the world changes around us. Studying at ICMS provides you with a learning experience that combined practical, real-world experience with a strong academic foundation. It is this knowledge and skills that will equip you to tackle the world as it is, not as you wish it to be. Studying at ICMS provides you with the capabilities to thrive under any conditions. The capability to thrive under any conditions is incredibly important, and one that Australian surf life-saving champion and Ironman Trevor Hendy understands too well. But when Trevor is asked how are the conditions today, he will always say the conditions are perfect. Because no matter the conditions, you are always in control of your performance and you are always facing the same conditions as others around you. But others around you are not facing those conditions with the skills and experience to tackle the world as it is. So when you step outside, no matter whether you're walking into a new job, looking for the first step on your career, or simply taking a well-earned break, the time you have spent at ICMS gives you the ability to look into any conditions and say, these conditions are perfect. That's the outlook that an ICMS education equips you to hold. I have been incredibly fortunate to carry this capability through the last 10 years, the first decade of my career, due to the years that I spent studying at ICMS. The ability to tackle the world as it is has helped me in a variety of ways. In fact, it is one of the key reasons that I stand in front of you as an award-winning communications professional and founder of a technology company. because looking at the world as it is equips you to take on challenges that others balk at. When others are stuck wishing that conditions were different, you will be busy making plans and taking action to make the most out of those conditions. And that couldn't have been truer for me as I faced into the critical uncertainty of the global pandemic. The conditions were, well, it can only be put, abjectly terrible. The government response and advice was changing daily. Companies were laying off employees. The Australian Stock Exchange dropped by nearly 10%, the worst fall in 30 years. It was not a great time to own a technology company. In the middle of this storm, I was sitting at home with that bust-up technology company, one that desperately needed a complete technology overhaul to be turned into a viable business. The silver lining was that there was only one staff member, me, and a couple of customers to worry about. Now, I could have easily picked up the PlayStation controller, sat down on the couch and gently surfed out the next 2 years on JobKeeper very comfortably. But when you are facing the world as it is, you lean back on your training at ICMS. You put on your professional attire and you head to work, even if it is only to the dining table. It didn't come instantly, and it took a few weeks to get there. But instead of daydreaming about how I wished the world was, through sheer force of determination and through leaning back on my training at ICMS and my education, I finally realised what was perfect about those conditions. Companies across Australia were so worried about the future that they were laying off the best developers en masse, and my entire product needed rebuilding. The conditions were perfect. The rest isn't quite history, but I hired a couple of Australia's best developers and we've been growing ever since. All because I was ready to face the world as it is, not how I wished it to be. But the reason I am really here goes further back than this. Daryl Courtney O'Connor, the founder of ICMS, had a simple vision when he set up this institution in 1996, to pass on his knowledge and his experience to the leaders of tomorrow. Every facet of your studies has been influenced by this vision, and Daryl, who has been someone who embraced the world as it is every step of the way. You certainly don't get from washing glassware in your father's pub in Waitotara, population 100, through to managing 60 hotels across Australia and New Zealand, through wishing that the world was different. You get there through taking the world as it is and making plans to make the most of it. This institution comes from these plans, and dare I say it, the conditions are always perfect for Daryl. The institution came from Daryl recognising that Australia had a shortage of universities training people with this outlook and this expertise to be able to take the world on as it is. And that experience is what is passed on to students every day across every degree that you are graduating with. I have a lot to thank Daryl for. Daryl and I attended Wellington College in New Zealand, albeit a few years apart. Daryl's experience at Wellington College, much of what has fused into your experience here at ICMS, was so formative that he wanted to give back to the Wellington College community. He continues to do this through the Wellington College Scholarship, providing one lucky student the opportunity to study here every year alongside the other scholarships that the college offers. I am one of those students who is lucky enough to be able to take up that opportunity. So when people ask me who I should blame for being here in Australia, you can look no further than Daryl and Anne on the stage there. Without that opportunity, I truly wouldn't be standing here today. I wouldn't have relocated to Australia, started a company, or be planning to marry a beautiful Australian lady in November, although I do hear some of them are in New Zealand. But neither would the cohort of graduands who are about to take the stage. So on behalf of all of us, thank you, Daryl. If you were to take one thing away from me this afternoon, ICMS has provided you with the skills to take on the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. So go forth. The conditions are always perfect for ICMS graduates. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Allison. Really wise and beneficial words. I'm sure our graduates could take a lot from what you've said today. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to introduce our founder, Mr. Darryl Courtney O'Connor, to say a few words.
Firstly, Shane, thank you very much. I appreciate your kind words, and I have to make one correction, and only that you owe my wife your scholarship. She runs the scholarship program, as I'm sure you all know. Good afternoon and welcome to ICMS, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the board, and I have three members of the board here, Richard Gelsky, John Loxton, hiding over there, and Catherine Rifshorgi, I want to address you. And firstly, let me say congratulations. I'm sure everyone else is going to repeat that so many times. But you have committed and you have accomplished through persistence. Please let it resonate with you. This is an important step in your life, so please soak it up. On behalf of the board, I am doing that, and I also want to talk to you all about something personal. I want to tell a story. Recently, I was on a masterclass panel for business students who were specializing in entrepreneurship. And that was a really interesting occasion, and perhaps one or two of you here were in that class that day. The class spent a great deal of time on focusing on vision, and that's something that Shane referred to. To me, the start point of any endeavor is the vision of the picture you have in your mind of what it will look like when you get there. My advice is don't worry about the how-to. You won't necessarily know, and it'll change so many times. Just focus on the vision. So this becomes your entire focus to move from current reality to your vision, the vision you have of your future. One of the participating undergraduates asked an obvious, relevant question that was probably in the mind of the majority of the class, but who felt uncomfortable for raising it. The question was simply, how do I get a vision? I'd like to address that right now here. To me, the purest vision emanates from your heart, in the form of a dream in your conscious mind, more than likely in the quiet moments before or after sleep. Be aware, I'm not talking about the dreams overnight in your subconscious mind. So to answer the question, it is my belief, this lady asked in the class, the best visions initiate as a dream. Perhaps that's a surprising thing for someone in my position to say. But then, if you think about it, it was Martin Luther King, a great civil rights leader of our time, who made the famous speech entitled, "I Have a Dream." More recently, Andrew Lloyd Webber, in his musical Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, you might have seen it, with the song, "Any Dream Will Do." To give you a recent example, might I refer you to the story of Jennifer Watson's dream, to be the youngest person to sail single-handed around the world non-stop at only 16 years of age, as depicted in the recent movie True Spirit. So, dream and be it. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Darryl. Ladies and gentlemen, I am now pleased to introduce the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Learning and Teaching, Dr. Heidi Lesueur, to the podium.
Firstly, thank you, Val. I'd like to acknowledge that this is a truly special day for you, for your families, your friends, and all others that have supported you throughout your studies. Also, the faculty and all ICMF staff are proud of your achievements. Personally, I'm absolutely delighted to celebrate your graduation with you today. With the formal graduation, you join an incredible and international network of talent all over this world. Make sure you stay engaged and active within this network, but also please stay in touch with all of us here at ICMS. I would like to ask the graduates now to please take a moment and to think back to your first day at ICMS. Do you still remember what happened on your first day and who you met? I hope you had fun at the orientation if you were here on campus, but you may have started online. You also may have traveled very far away from home to commence your studies. What did this feel like? Were you nervous? Fast tracking forward, you are now here today in the Charity Chapel, attending your graduation ceremony. And this is a truly important milestone in your life. So please enjoy the moment and appreciate how fortunate you are having obtained a tertiary degree. Our graduation day is a perfect opportunity for me to acknowledge and put the spotlight on our institutional graduate capabilities. At ICMS, we have 7 institutional graduate capabilities to which all our programs are constructively aligned. All 7 are vital for your professional success, and we believe that all 7 graduate capabilities together enhance your employment opportunities or equip you to be your own boss. And they certainly prepare you for multiple career transitions still to come. Last year, at one of the ceremonies, I emphasized the graduate capability of independent self-management, and I cited a successful woman in business called Susan Wojcicki, who in 1998 rented her garage out as an office to a group of tech students. And in this garage, Google was born. And this sparked her interest in technology. A year later, she became Google's first marketing manager. Many years later after that, in 2014, Wojcicki took on the role of CEO of YouTube, and she led the organization for almost 10 years. She was named the most important person in advertising, as well as named one of Time's 100 most influential people in 2015, and she was described later in an issue of Time as the most powerful woman on the internet. I had been following her incredible career a little bit over the years, and I was somewhat surprised when I read just a few weeks ago that she had resigned. She stated that she planned to start a new chapter in her life, to focus on her family — she has 5 children — and on personal projects she's passionate about. You may think, okay, that's not really that unusual of a statement when a long-standing CEO steps down. However, there was more she wrote in her resignation letter that caught my attention. She said, "The time is right for me, and I feel able to do this because we have an incredible leadership team in place." She continued, "When I joined YouTube 9 years ago, one of my first priorities was bringing in an incredible leadership team." Wojcicki was intentional about working herself out of a job. She did it by surrounding herself with a team capable of continuing on without her. That should be the goal of every leader, of every good leader, though far too often it isn't. Far too often, the goal of many leaders seems to be to justify their own existence by making sure there's no one else prepared to do their job. You may now wonder, what has this got to do with yourself? Since you are starting your career, and you're most likely not thinking about working yourself out of a job. This example of Susan Wojcicki and her leadership behavior relates to the ICMS graduate capability called Agile Leadership. We have defined Agile Leadership as the capability to initiate, embrace, and lead innovation and change, as well as engaging and enabling others to do so. In our graduates, we wish to see the leadership ability to inspire others, to convey a meaningful vision, and to build capability in others. This is exactly what Wojcicki did. When I look around this chapel, I see many talented young people who are the managers and leaders already of today, but certainly of tomorrow. You will be part of or supporting leadership teams, and I do hope that each and every one of you is able to actively hone your leadership skills and to build great teams. On your day of graduation, I'd like to encourage you to reflect on your experience at ICMS and to set an intent for the leadership values you wish to live by. Don't be shy to step up as a leader. You are certainly the most valuable instrument in the orchestration of your own world. Thank you for your attention, and once again, congratulations. I'm now pleased to introduce Registrar Dr. Stuart Wiggins to formally certify the eligibility of those who have met the requirements for their awards today.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, we have with us today graduands having their awards conferred both online and also here in the Chiretti Chapel. It gives me great pleasure to certify that all of the candidates being conferred today have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Board for the degrees, diplomas and certificates that they are to be awarded. Would all candidates, whether here in the Chiretti Chapel or online, please stand.
In the name of the Academic Board and by my authority as Deputy Vice-Chancellor Learning and Teaching, I admit each of you present on campus and online and those graduating in absentia to the awards for which you have qualified. Please be seated. I now would like to welcome Dr. Betul Sekendis, Program Manager, International Sports College Australia, to present our first group of recipients.
Ladies and gentlemen, you will have noticed the ICMS ceremonial mace in attendance at this graduation ceremony. Before commencing with the awards, we would like to present to you a short video of our founder, Daryl Courtney O'Connor, explaining the background and significance of the mace.
The mace is an essential part of official ceremonies in education institutions around the world. The mace signifies the strength and authority of the institution and its ability to confer awards on its graduates. The ICMS mace is a physical representation of who we are at ICMS. It has a spiritual whakapapa connotation. Whakapapa is a Maori word that connotes legacy and the connectivity between our past, our present, and our future. whakapapa at ICMS is central to our institution, reminding us of where we have come from, what we are today, and what we may be in the future. As a member of the ICMS community, you belong to the ICMS whakapapa. The design of the ICMS mace captures the culture and history of our institution and its founding family. Its crown is a metallic model of the iconic castle building, known around the world. On the four-sided head of the mace, you will see the heraldically designed, registered and approved shield of the ICMS, portraying the castle with our college colours. The heraldic approved motto of the college: vision, integrity, purpose. The founding family shield, which depicts the great southern lands, the Southern Ocean, the Southern Cross in the sky, the Southern Alps of New Zealand, and the Red Centre of Australia. With the heraldic approved motto of this founding family: faith, courage, perseverance. The collar recognises the traditional owners of the land, the Gamagal people. And the bands around the staff of the mace represent significant events at ICMS. The timber column on which all of this is carried is encircled by carved statements that depict our stories over the past 25 years, linking our past, our present, and allowing for space for more stories to be added in the future. Our whakapapa.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the highlight of all of our days, the conferral of awards. In recognition of that fact, we would like to remind you that at ICMS, while we preserve and respect the protocols of graduation, it is also traditional to acknowledge the success of each graduate at the moment that they receive their award, with a round of applause for each graduate as their award is announced and received. With some of the soon-to-be graduates online and some in the chapel, we would encourage those present in Manly to celebrate the success of the online graduates in the same way that we encourage the online graduates to be celebrating each colleague that receives their award here in the chapel. Family, friends, and other guests, please join in with these celebrations. Maybe you may want to make an Instagram post using the hashtag ICMS graduation as well. I would now like to present Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Heidi Lesser, and founder, Mr. Daryl Courtney O'Connor, to the stage to present the awards. Thank you. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present to you graduates whom you have admitted to the following awards. Diploma of Business, graduating on campus, Jasmine Acuna. Graduating online, Mao Lam Chen. Diploma of Hospitality Management, graduating on campus, Sienna Molinaro. Diploma of Sports Management High Performance, graduating on campus, Michael Koskretchen. William Dooner. Nathan Garner. Kyra McIntyre. Zoe Miller. Ella Morgan. Ruby May Watterson. Frederick Noel Wellborn. Katya Yorke. Associate degree of Event Management, graduating on campus, Charlotte Raspas. Bachelor of Business, graduating on campus, Miriam Clara Becker. Jasmine Chandra. Callum Danger. Christopher Fleur. Sue G. Olivia Robb. Joshua Shanklapore. Suyun Seol. Sonia Tibursky. Paige Wilkinson. Graduating with a second degree of Bachelor of Business and Bachelor of Property, Development, Investment and Valuation, Christopher Wong. Graduating online, Chae-Yun Lim. In-Jin Kim. Swon Min. Bachelor of Business, Accounting, graduating on campus, Lucas Heffernan. Fred Kemsley. Alana Williams. Bachelor of Business, Entrepreneurship, graduating on campus, Molly-Rose Vela Simmons. Bachelor of Business, Fashion and Global Brand Management, graduating on campus, Annabella Lewis. Eva Negri. Holly Ovenden. Bachelor of Business Management, Fashion and Global Brand Management, graduating on campus, Alessandra Sherin. Wai-Ze Wong. We would also like to acknowledge all of the students graduating in absentia today. I now would like to welcome Glenn Murray, Program Manager, Hospitality and Tourism, to present the remaining undergraduate awards. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Batul. Ladies and gentlemen, ICMS was founded 27 years ago in 1996. And before introducing the bachelor degree graduates, we'd like to share with you a little of the rich history of the college.
From its origins in 1996 as a specialised college of education, today ICMS has more than 2,000 students at any given time from around the world, gaining qualifications in a diverse range of fields. ICMS founder and chairman Daryl Courtney O'Connor AM noted a demand within his hotel chain for graduates with well-rounded qualifications that encompass traditional degree-level learning, but who also had real-world skills and experience and the confidence to excel in the all-important interpersonal aspects of their roles. Speaking to other business leaders, Mr. Courtney O'Connor realised this was a demand which was reflected throughout the economy at large. He set about to correct what he saw as a gap within traditional university-level education, with its lack of industry skill set in learning and teaching. So, in 1996, the International College of Tourism and Hospitality Management was founded with 50 students. The college took on the lease of the former St Patrick's Seminary campus and undertook extensive renovations, even winning an award from UNESCO for heritage conservation. In 1999, the college reached 500 student enrolments and in 2004 won first place in the Australian Tourism Award for Excellence in Education. As the college continued to grow, Mr. Courtney O'Connor noted that graduates were being snapped up by the banking sector. He discovered that it was the ICMS graduates' practical and service-centric approach that was making all the difference to the industry. 2005 was a big year. The college rebranded to become the International College of Management Sydney, ICMS, which better reflected the management focus of the range of business degrees being offered. The following year, ICMS was officially accredited as a higher education institution. The 1,000 student milestone was reached in 2008. In 2013, ICMS was accredited to deliver postgraduate qualifications. Pathway provider Aspire Institute was established in 2014. And in 2017, a second pathway institution, the International Sport College Australia, ISCA, was launched. In 2015, ICMS noted a demand from students for a convenient city location and established a campus in the heart of Sydney's CBD. The 2020-21 COVID-19 global pandemic may have slowed down international student enrolments, but prompted the college to invest heavily in technology and brought forward the plan to offer online degrees. One of our most recent milestones was reaching 10,000 graduates in 2022.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor. It is my honour to present to you the graduates whom you have admitted to the following bachelor's degree. Bachelor of Event Management, graduating on campus, Sarah Cable. Sophie Burgess. Winky Lee. Hei Tung Giselle Wong. Isabella Adele Shield. Georgia Rose Kelly Saparovich. Helen Alicia Santosa. And graduating online, Yi Chin Law. Bachelor of Hospitality Management, graduating on campus, Erin Casey. Minuit Dam. Casey Gwynn. Ton Wuhan Huin. Quinsut Yen. Christine Lamanjaya. Eloise Moore. T. Kim Nuk Yun. Graduating with a Bachelor of International Tourism, graduating on campus, An Dewey Dunn. Melissa Mai Benello. Graduating with a Bachelor of Business Marketing, graduating on campus, Long Nguyen Lu. Graduating online today, Sebastian Toro Arango. Bachelor of Property, Development, Investment and Valuation, graduating on campus today, Daniel Garing. Juliette Naisha Gregori. Laura Kasiva. Shane Lorenzo. Jake Millis. Yuvarasi Cheda Muthasamy. Matthew Paul. Patrick Ponford. Roberto Gianni Russo. Benson Sup. Adrian Singh. Nicholas Waterson. Graduating with Bachelor of Business Sports Management, graduating on campus, Taylor Brown. Lachlan Marsh. Jada Milendinovic. Jatuna Weir. We'd also like to acknowledge all of the students graduating in absentia today. I now would like to welcome Dr. Miriam Locke, Program Manager for Tourism, Hospitality and Events, to present the graduates from the postgraduate programs.
Good afternoon. One of the most powerful tools available to our graduates and the alumni community into which they're welcome today. This community is over 10,000 strong. We'd like to share some important information on this fantastic network.
Welcome to the ICMS Global Alumni Network. ICMS is home to the brave and ambitious. We're proud of our incredible community of more than 10,000 ICMS alumni worldwide. Our alumni have gone on to achieve great personal success in their professional lives. From hotel GMs to business owners, our alumni stand out for their people-centred leadership approach. Those who choose ICMS do so because of the personal approach and connectedness of our community. And when they graduate, these same values help our community excel in their roles. The mark of this commitment to the success of others means that one day you may be inspired to share your talent and expertise by mentoring new students along their own professional journey, invest in the future success of aspiring leaders by offering a scholarship, or engage and train our students in your own workplaces as part of the exemplary ICMS Professional Placement Programme.
Our alumni continue to be part of our community long after graduation. Wherever you are, we are with you for life, providing the opportunities to stay connected, to grow your career and give back in meaningful ways. Learning does not stop when you graduate. As an ICMS alum, you can continue to benefit from professional development by attending masterclasses, webinars, postgraduate courses and alumni events.
We encourage you to continue to build strong professional networks. Who knows if a fellow alum will become your next employer, mentor or investor. Your professional network can help you make valuable connections in your industry, be a source of ideas and inspiration, help you to grow your personal brand, exchange best practice knowledge, get career advice and support, and build your confidence. No matter which discipline you studied
or the career path you choose, your fellow alumni are here to help make your vision a reality.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, I present to you the graduates who you have admitted to the following postgraduate degrees. the Graduate Certificate of Business, graduating online, Anne Duck Tran. The Master of Event Management, graduating in the chapel, Andrea Davey. Emily Fournier. Aurelie Frank. T. Hen Yong Nguyen. Maria Sekataji. Tran Tan Hu Vo. And graduating online, Tan Am Thu. And Haiyu Wu. Graduating with the Master of International Business, graduating here on campus, Marites Alera. Damon Craig Hanicombe. Samantha Brooke Hardiman. Blas Ochoa. Laura Persishiti. Alice Mathilde Rose Poria Russo. Rashan Rout. Graduating with the Master of Management, Tourism and Hospitality, graduating here on campus, Prazal Singh Basniat. Anna Clarice Kaubelia. Lan Chow. Neil Casey. Manish KC. Xin Yi Lee. Laura Pinker. Srijana Sangrula. Tek Bahadur Thapa. Graduating online and graduating with a second degree, Master of Management, Tourism, Hospitality and a Master of Management, we've got Sachin Prem Singh. And graduating with a Master of Management here on campus, we have Tanisha Aurora. Alexander Thomas Fisher. To New Lee. Shreeleep San. And graduating online, Jingjing Lu. We would also like to acknowledge all the students graduating in absentia today. DVC, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, that completes the presentation of today's graduates.
Shall we just have one more round of applause just for everybody? It is now my pleasure to call on Samantha Hardiman, who has graduated today with a Master of International Business, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Val. For those of you that know me, you know that I'm never short of something to say. But what better way than to keep it concise this year than using an analogy as I address you? I know that ICMS is embracing the use of artificial intelligence to help students deepen their understanding in class. So what better way of developing an analogy than to ask ChatGPT? I asked ChatGPT, I prompted it rather, with the following: humorously rephrase the expression, "The road to success is paved with failures." And ChatGPT responded with, "The road to success is a never-ending construction site, where failure is just another pothole to swerve around." Now, I'm from Africa, so potholes and problem solving are a part of my DNA. I like to think that my hubcaps and wheel alignment on my little Maserati 323 are symbolic of my journey to Australia. There have been far more hits than misses in the past 2 years. As a collective, we have been through a lot of trials and tribulations throughout our degrees. Just like the Warringah Freeway, there were countless closures, disruptions, and then moments where we were just seemingly cruising. There were decades worth of events that we have been through in the past 3 years, which have fundamentally shaped us, the world we live in, as well as how we will operate in the future. Before I get off track, see what I did there? I'm here today to share what I've learned in hindsight, sort of like looking in the rearview mirror of my degree. And this is what I have to share. You will achieve your goals, but sometimes the pathway to get there isn't super clear. So lean into your strengths, into your community, take risks, and be open to opportunities. And before you know it, the goal that you have set, you will have achieved. So I stand here having achieved my goal of graduating from the International College of Management, Sydney. I'm able to address you all. A good afternoon to family, friends, staff, faculty, board members, esteemed guests of ICMS, and good afternoon to founder Daryl Courtney O'Connor, as well as chairperson of scholarships, Anne Whitelock. A special good afternoon to the graduating class of the International College of Management 2023. Can we have a round of applause again? So I'm addressing you guys. Take a deep breath and give yourself credit for just how far you've come. I've been there. I know it was a struggle at some times to get to this final point. Celebrate this milestone, and afterwards, share that celebration with your community. Achieving a degree is no small feat, and besides the expansion of knowledge and skill set, you have shown that you can set a goal and stick to it. And today it proves that you saw that goal through. My name is Samantha Brooke Hardiman, and I'm a Master of International Business graduate. As a South African, I'm proud to also represent the international student community at today's graduation. It is thanks to my community of mentors, my peers, and my loved ones that I stand in front of you today. Thank you to my family members for joining me here. And shout out to my parents who are live streaming this from South Africa. Your investment in my education has enabled me to unlock all of the opportunities I could ever have dreamt of wholeheartedly, so thank you. I started my academic journey with ICMS back in 2020 and can attest that this college has been my grounding even before I arrived in Australia last year. I chose to study at ICMS, honestly, because of the work integrated learning program that was really appealing for me as an international student, but then the personalized care I received from Sean Palmer, Todd Palioka, and Georgina Gain, who's up there. Georgina managed the ICMS Instagram account and never grew tired of my request to sign international students to return to Australia petitions, and there were a lot. Sean and then Todd sat through countless meetings strategizing my student journey with ICMS amidst visa delays and border closures. Their teams worked tirelessly to show us students how much they believed in us and wanted us back on campus. Now, I may forget to mention many names, but I want to thank every single person who I've crossed paths with here at ICMS. Your influence in my life has been fundamental in me being here today. From the academics to the Student Success Centre, and more recently, my team in the marketing and recruitment departments. Their treatment made me feel like an individual that mattered through every step of my journey. I had initially expected the student experience to be one of attendance, document submission, grading, and then graduation. Rather, what I experienced from ICMS was empathy, interest, and investment. Lecturers here actually know your name, your goals, and even better, they reply to your frantic email within one business day. Like many other graduates here today, I was one of the hopefuls that started my degree online. Along with our lecturers, we tried to navigate online learning to our utmost best. We were the awkward cohort, trying to make friends with blank Zoom screens, and we had delayed communication because of weak internet connections. We wore business attire on the top and then pajama pants on the bottom. Attending classes online had somewhat as what I would describe as a slingshot effect on us. We felt like we were being pulled back by border closures and time differences, little socialization, and working while studying. But the further back we were pulled, when it was released, it produced a projectile far further than what we could have ever anticipated. Now, thinking back to that time, both local and international, and to go along with my construction and road theory, we were all sort of revving our engines to get back onto campus. In the interim, I decided to get as involved as possible with ICMS, even at a distance of over 14,000 kilometers. This meant joining classes, SRC meetings, and even my postgraduate innovation scholarship meeting with Anne, sometimes at 3 o'clock in the morning. I know that my experience is not unique, and I'm grateful that we can all, later this evening, laugh about it over a glass of champagne together. So when the borders did open, I booked one of the first flights out of South Africa. I landed in Sydney on the 7th of January 2022 and proactively pursued cramming in as many experiences as I felt I had missed. Trying to pack it all in whilst being to a new country wasn't always as easy breezy as a Sunday drive. There was also a huge adjustment for us going back to physical class. It was pretty demanding. For me, the biggest challenge was navigating Sydney's public transport system, which still proves to be a challenge. And even when my phone died and I was too shy to ask, the biggest challenge was then traversing up the Darley Hill Road in my polyester suits, which I quickly learned were not appropriate for Sydney's weather. Nonetheless, like many of us here today, we were enthused and sought to be more engaged in ICMS in its entirety. What I realized in this process was that the more I engaged with my lecturers, faculty members, and other staff at ICMS, the more opportunities I was offered. My mentors have advised me to work to your strengths, not always your weaknesses, and say yes to opportunities that pique your interest. In my time at ICMS, I said yes to being SRC secretary, a peer-assisted learner, a brand ambassador, a co-host at the Surf Lifesaving Northern Beaches Gala evening, a volunteer at Blues Fest, the resident TikToker, host of student engagement sessions, and more recently, the host of a masterclass. I honestly didn't think I was capable of doing any of this. And even now, as I stand in front of you, I didn't realize that I've done all of that until I had to write this speech. But my community, they thought I could achieve that, and they put me forward for those opportunities. I will continue to fly the ICMS flag high for the rest of my life. I do that because of the gratitude and pride I feel towards the college. I received admissions guidance, emotional support, academic insight, tour guide tips, career counseling, and so much more from the people you see sitting here today. So my recommendation to my graduating class is, going forward, utilize the networks and relationships you have formed at ICMS. And for those of you who didn't feel like you maximized that opportunity enough, remember, going forward, you're an ICMS alumni. You have access to an entire mentorship ecosystem of people and resources geared towards you. Engage with the content in the ICMS news articles, reach out to the work-integrated learning team, and review the job board for placement opportunities. Network with ICMS alumni. Yes, we may come from so many different places around Australia and the world, but we're bonded by this college. I would also recommend following We Mentor on TikTok and signing up for ICMS's next masterclass. Here you'll be able to keep up with people absolutely smashing it in their careers and in their industries. There are so many resources that we have access to through ICMS, so make the most of them. A new opportunity could be a follow, a coffee, or a text away. Before I close, I want to directly address the graduating class. We are an example of grit and resilience. The road to success is paved with failures. Potholes, swerving, and battered hubcaps. There could be so many analogies for the challenges you endured to get here. Remind yourself that you are here today because you are tenacious and you fervently didn't give up on yourself. Take the time to celebrate today, to celebrate you, and to thank the people who helped you get here. Things have worked out for all of us in so many unexpected and magical ways. Here's to us, the graduating class of 2023. May we pursue our passions and have things work out for us in the magical ways that we never expected. Thank you.
Thank you, Samantha, for sharing your story and your sincere advice and also contribution to ICMS. You might have left a few things off your list, international student reps. I'm just being a little biased, but thank you. I would now like to call on the CEO and President, Rowan Courtney O'Connor, to thank our speakers for their contributions today. Shane Allison. And Samantha Hardiman. Thank you. Thank you to both of our speakers. Graduates, both here and online, you have now officially graduated. You are also now part of another very important group in our college community, something that Samantha alluded to. We welcome you to our now 10,000 strong alumni network. This is a significant network for you to utilize going forward. Wear your pin with pride. You will always be part of ICMS, as both our speakers have reiterated today, and we would love to see you back to share your success. I would like to thank the members of the official party, graduates, special guests, family and friends for attending today's ceremony, either physically or virtually online. Please be upstanding for the official party to recess, and would all graduates and guests in the chapel please remain once the official party leaves. Thank you. Please be seated. From myself, Val McMahon, congratulations to all graduates. I hope to spend a few moments with you a bit later on. It has been a pleasure in emceeing you today during this graduation, and I hope that everyone has enjoyed the event. For those of you who are watching in the live stream, this concludes the ceremony, and we trust that you have enjoyed it and will celebrate in your own way. So thank you, and thank you for coming.